Hey everybody, welcome back to the Q&A show here on the Airsoftology channel. You still at Mondays, but I don't know, it seems to be a little past Mondays these days. But regardless, I am here to help give you my opinions and help answer some of your toughest Airsoft questions. This week is no exception. Got some good stuff going on and definitely great content from you. First off, I want to say an absolute huge thank you for all the well wishes for first me talking about kind of going through a little tough phase of creativity, but it's back, the spark's back, don't worry, from last week. This is last week's show. And then second, thank you for all the congratulations. We together have hit 200,000 subscribers. I remember when I was like, oh, I'll never even hit 100,000, and it's just blown away that here we are at 200,000 and continuing to grow. You guys and gals are the absolute only reason and the main reason that I keep doing this day in and day out. I'm absolutely humbled. Thank you so much for everything. I genuinely really mean it. Also, as a big thank you back, since it's 200,000, I'm gonna do 20% off for the 200, the two-part, because 20 is better than 2%. 20% off at the Airsoftology web store. So for the next week or so, I'll talk about it next week, but definitely for the next week, we'll have a coupon code going, and we're just gonna call it 200K. 200K is the coupon code. Use it at checkout, 20% off your entire order. Free shipping still applies, all that stuff. If you guys wanna check it out, it's airsoftology.com/store, has all of the morale patches. You guys can load them up. So if you've been holding off, wanting to kind of do a big group order, something like that, this is your chance. So remember, this is your show. Also, we're going to get into the questions here in a second, and they come from you in the comment section every single week. So don't forget to put your questions down below, vote up your favorites. And if you have a favorite YouTube channel that you've been watching or some great videos out there that are Airsoft related or kind of sort of Airsoft related, let me know, put those down there as well, because I do a video recommendation of the week at the end of every single Monday show, like today, no exception. So anyway, enough about that. Let's dive on into what you're really here for, and that is your questions in the Tippmann mail call. Unknown Variable writes, hey John, what do you think of G&G's new Speedsoft M4? All right, so this story was broke by Scott at US Airsoft. All right, so I'll have a link to his channel. I'm gonna be showing a little bit of his video, just tease a bit, but I want you guys, if you wanna see more about this, definitely go to Scott's channel, check this thing out. It's US Airsoft. I'll have a link down below, and I'll have a video that'll pop up here in the corner, a link to it, so you can go watch it after this video if you want. So anyway, this one is interesting. It's called the SSG1. It's by G&G. They just announced it here. It was actually about a week or two ago here in Taiwan, where they were talking about the World Cup event, where they bring all the players in from the different countries that have scored the highest, and they play the game. They were showing off their new products. Charlie, who's the marketing manager, was here discussing it with Scott, and he says it's going to be probably a 2020 release, sometime around SHOT Show of next year. So we're looking at January, February, March, somewhere around that time, probably Q1, Q2 is what they're saying. But it looks like they've got some pretty final samples up here on the wall. Now, there's some big features about this. I want to talk about it, then I'm going to let you guys discuss amongst yourselves down below. This is SSG, Speedsoft Gun 1, all right? So first off, it's got the tilting stock, which allows you to kind of, like what paintball players have been doing, sight down the bore, like actually just look straight down that barrel and do your shooting that way, and be able to keep it on your shoulder. That's one thing, and it's kind of neat if that's the way you play. You don't want to run sight, it's cool. I snap shoot all the time, but I don't do the barrel thing. I always have to sights or red dot like this. That's just me. But a lot of times I will snap shoot if I'm doing really close stuff. The second thing, and this is the controversy here, it's not the colors, it's not all that. It's the fact that they're using a blade type trigger. Now Tap Airsoft, it's TAPP, has really kind of brought these out. They've been selling a lot of these things. They've been doing this, and some fields have been not allowing them to be used, or the rule in a lot of fields is you must have a trigger guard around your trigger, right? The little metal guard. Well, G&G's built this blade trigger, which is really long, so you can get like 2-3 fingers, sometimes even 4 if you've got a small hand, and they built a new trigger guard that works to allow it to go around so it passes the rules at the fields. That said, the idea of the blade trigger is if you have a semi-auto only field, you can use more than one finger and you can effectively increase your rate of fire. This comes from the paintball world, kind of that what they call fluttering or whatever, you guys that are modern paintball. Back when I played paintball, it was like pumps and semi-auto was just coming out. So we didn't really have that blade trigger, that ramping and all that. Now, I don't think this gun has a MOSFET inside with ramping feature and all that, where you can kind of get it going, meaning, and then it just kind of goes into full auto and keeps going. But the challenge here is you've got something that could circumvent the rules of fields out there that are trying to not have players have too high of a rate of fire, even in semi-automatic. So this is a controversial one. I personally am not a fan of this type gun. It doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't mean I hate it. It doesn't mean I'm going to call for a ban or anything like that. It's just not my personal style. I don't play that style. I love high kappas. I used to hate them. Now they've really grown on me. I like fast gameplay. I like indoor. I love playing light, just belts and stuff. So like the Speedsoft thing's really cool. However, I like all kinds of airsoft actually. But I feel like for me, this might cause a lot of controversy. I don't know if G&G is just trying to feel this out. That's why they're saying a future release. There's definitely a market for it. Obviously, they wouldn't be producing it if it wasn't. But I don't really want to talk about my opinion. I want to talk about what you guys think. I definitely want you to look at what you see here in the video. Definitely go to Scott's channel, check it out, watch this video, and then come back here and let me know. Let's keep the conversation civil. I know this is a little on the polarizing side, meaning both sides could be a little heated because, being overshot, speeds. Anyway, just keep it civil down there. Let's discuss the merits. If you are a field owner, you play at a field that you know the rules really well. I'm curious to see if your field will allow this even or not. I'm curious if they're going to be making a product that maybe isn't sellable. I'm curious about that too. So anyway, let me know in the comment section below. I'm definitely all ears. I'm going to be paying close attention for the next, even not just the week this video comes out, but the weeks after to see how this thing develops. So anyway, have fun, be civil, and I'll be down there to check things out in a minute. Dylan S. writes, when are they making a new Elite Force Glock 19 slides with an RMR? So Realm Vortex also followed up with another question after this about the Elite Force Glock 18 CO2. I can kind of give you guys an idea of what's going on. I do know that the 18 is coming, the Glock 18C, which is the full auto Glock. As for a CO2 version, I don't know. I know there are CO2 mags out on the market. I guess it would probably work. However, it may void the warranty if we're talking about like CO2 and full auto. I don't know if they're building it around the CO2 in mind or not. I don't think you're going to see a high, like a full length 50 rounder, like the high capacity mags to go in there, probably just the standard ones. As for the RMR, I know Glock does make some models. I have no idea if they're going to come out. I haven't seen any prototypes or hints. Elite Force / Umarex, which is a company, is usually pretty tight-lipped about this, but I haven't seen any of them out there. That said, I'm seeing other companies starting to adopt the technology of the VFC Glock as their standard for slide kit. We're gonna see this is the year. So you might not be able to get an RMR. And if you guys don't know what RMR is, it's the pistol with the little red dot sight, right? You can put a sight on the top of the pistol and it's usually cycles with the slide. So I think we're gonna see those soon. The Marine market is dried up a lot. It's not gone, but it's just dried up quite a bit, and we're seeing the VFC one become the de facto standard. I think in 2019, and maybe even going into 2020, we're going to see these RMR slides, these agency arms, the salient arms, the PTS, the ZEV ones from PTS, things like that. The Unity is also another one that PTS has a license for, all come to fruition. So I think we're gonna see that soon. So if you have one of these, I think stay tuned. If you're gonna be probably ready to mod, I think the 17 and the 19 are gonna be the obvious platforms here. The other ones, who knows? But if you have a 17 or a 19, especially the 17, you're probably good to go. Jace Justin Lee writes, hey, what's your opinion on mystery boxes? One mystery box I saw released includes a roughly 1 in 8 chance of getting a non-airsoft BB gun. Also, what is your opinion of airsoft stores selling BB guns as well as airsoft? Well, including a real BB gun in a mystery box as a shop, I don't know which shop you're talking about, and I'm glad you didn't say it, is a terrible idea because there are different laws, regulations, and age restrictions for real BB guns versus airsoft. I think it's kind of irresponsible for that shop to mix those two together if they really are putting a real BB guns in with their mystery boxes with Airsoft. Imagine a parent saying, yeah, you can go do it, and your younger player ends up with a BB gun instead. Then you have some, I don't know. I think it's a terrible idea to mix those two as a shop. No way. And as for shops selling both, I think it's fine. They have different laws, different restrictions in different areas. As long as they follow those rules, then it's no big deal. I think a shop can definitely carry paintball, airsoft, air guns, no problem at all under one roof, as long as they're following the regulations. As for mystery boxes, though, let me kind of hit this. I've talked about this in the past. With mystery boxes, you have to think you are truly, in a way, gambling here. You have to be able to look at the big list of everything that could possibly be in that box and be happy with everything that shows up. Sure, you could get something huge and amazing and awesome and crazy good, and you end up with like a minigun or some crazy expensive product, you paid very little for. But you have to really understand that those odds are typically against you, right? You're gonna probably end up with something else. So make sure you're okay with getting whatever else is in there when you sign up for these boxes. I think it's fun. It's kind of like a little bit of like gambling. I think it's kind of cool. Just make sure you're okay with all the results, the possibilities that could be out there when you do it. I think they're obviously crazy popular. I think the less expensive ones are even better because you're risking less money. I've seen like patch mystery boxes. I've seen like pistol ones, lower costs, like in the $100-ish range or up to maybe $200. That kind of starts getting expensive. Then you get into the really expensive ones and it can be kind of scary. But again, it's your money. It's whatever you want to do with it. If you like that, I mean, you could end up with something super cool, or hey, do a YouTube video and end up with something great that way. But for me, I'm personally not one to buy them normally, unless it's like a low cost mystery box like patches or some small little cheap collectible. And it's not a big deal, kind of like the blind box stuff you get at like the stores now that are really popular, or doing the egg machines. I think called Neodan here in Taiwan. But yeah, like the little egg machines, the plastic capsule machines to get random stuff. That's fun. You're risking a couple US dollars, right? No big deal. But for the big stuff, for me, I'm probably gonna save up and spend it on something I really want, like this guy I just bought. Very happy with this purchase right here. But yeah, that's kind of my thought. But again, everybody's different, and it's your money to do with really what you want to. All right, that's it for questions this week, which means it is time for the Code Red Headsets video recommendation of the week. And of course, we did talk about Scott's channel earlier, so definitely go check out US Airsoft if you guys haven't checked that one out. Definitely worth the sub. Big channel, does some great product reviews. Definitely worth the watch for sure. But this one's gonna be, actually I was asking a question, actually in response to last week, kind of me going through a creative slump. It was 6mm Media. I remember these guys from IWA show in Germany much earlier this year, back in March. Great up-and-coming channel. I think these guys are putting a very professional spin on it. They are very well put together. And I know their thing. We were talking about, he's talking about the question about the slow growth and how difficult it is. It's about consistency, man. YouTube is about just being consistent. Just find some pattern that works. One a week, one every 2 weeks, whatever it is, and just stay with it no matter what. That's the important thing, I think. Just make sure you're consistent and it'll grow. But that first 1,000 is so hard to get. That's like the hardest number to hit. After the first 1,000, each milestone is a little easier because you get some momentum. But anyway, check out the channel. I've got one here. They're doing a full teardown, and this is one I wanted to show you because I get a lot of questions about the GBLS DAS gun. I actually have one of these, but it's back stateside. It's a very unique product. It's made by a Korean company in Korea, and it's a hybrid system of AEG, kind of meets GBB. So they have a great video here where they're towing the teardown. They're showing you the gearbox, how it works, and how the whole system comes together to give you a very realistic AEG gun, which usually falls in the GBB category, the gas blowback category, that has much more realistic features about, the bolt locking back in an M4 platform. So definitely worth the watch. He's got some gameplay. They have some gameplay on their channel, a lot of product videos, showcase videos, things like that. If you guys kind of like what we do here at Airsoftology, or I do here at Airsoftology, definitely check out this channel. I think it's another one to watch. It's going to help supplement. It's a lot of the similar things that I do here, which I love. I think if you guys like here, you're gonna like that, and it's definitely gonna be worth your subscribe press. So anyway, check it out. As always, you got a link up here in the corner. It would have popped up already. and down in the description box below. Don't forget, if you have a channel or a question for next week, just put a channel you love down there in the comment box or down below, or your own channel. I do accept self-promotion or your question to be answered on the next show. Be persistent on both. I try to take them every single week. I do pay attention and continue to put those up. Also, don't forget, web store 20% off coupon. It is 200K, 200K is going to be the coupon on there. It's going to get you 20% off your entire order. Free shipping still applies, so you're good there. You can get it anywhere worldwide, free shipping. And anyway, so until next week, go out, play some Airsoft, have some fun, but no matter what you do, call your freaking hits.